$15,356. That's what a creator with 1 million followers earns in an average month. $115,000. That's what one man added in new monthly recurring revenue in 30 days, with an audience a fraction of that size, running a community about anime. Same internet, same year. One of them rented attention, the other one owned a relationship. This is a memo about the quiet repricing of the creator economy. Why 1,000 people paying you monthly is now worth more than 1 million people watching you occasionally, and why some of the smartest money in the game, including a man who calls it the biggest personal investment of his life, is betting on a plain-looking website called Skool. By the end, you'll have the actual math, the subscription mechanics, the funnel design, and the 3 rules the winners follow. You'll want this one saved. The framework in the back half is the kind you come back to. Skool was founded in 2019 by Sam Ovens, a New Zealander who had already made his money selling consulting courses and who noticed something uncomfortable about his own industry. Courses get bought and then abandoned. Communities get joined and then lived in. So he built a deliberately boring product: 1 feed, 1 classroom, 1 calendar, 1 leaderboard. No plugins, no themes. It looks like a homework portal from 2009. That's the point. For 4 years, almost nobody outside the coaching world noticed. Then, in late 2023, Alex Hormozi, the acquisitions investor with over $100 million in annual portfolio revenue, bought in as a partner. He announced it in January 2024 with a phrase investors don't use casually: the biggest personal investment of his life. Not a fund's money, his. And then he did something very Hormozi. In February 2024, he launched the Skool Games, a monthly competition where every community owner starts at $0 and races to add the most new monthly recurring revenue. Public leaderboard. Real numbers. The platform reportedly went from a few million users to over 15 million in under a year. Here's the number that should stop you though, and it's not the user count. It's the pricing. Skool charges $99 a month, flat. Whether your community makes 0 or 1 million, Skool takes $99, plus a small card processing fee of about 3% on paid memberships. No revenue share. Compare that to the platforms creators already live on. YouTube takes 45% of ad revenue. App stores take 30%. Skool takes a parking fee. Now run the creator's side of the math. Say you charge $50 a month, and you convince just 1,000 people, not 1 million, 1,000, that your corner of the internet is worth it. That's $50,000 a month, $600,000 a year. Recurring, predictable, owned. The influencer with 1 million followers is renting attention from an algorithm and reselling it to brands, 1 sponsored post at a time. At whatever rate the market feels like this quarter. The community owner wakes up on the first of the month already paid. The machine has 3 gears. Gear 1, the free community. It costs members nothing to join, so it converts cold viewers into named findable people, an email list that talks back. Gear 2, the paid community, usually priced between $29 and $99 a month, high enough to filter for commitment, low enough to be an impulse for anyone serious. Gear 3, the back-end, coaching, courses, events, sold only to people who already pay you monthly, which is the warmest audience that has ever existed in marketing. And the leaderboard turns all of it into a spectator sport. Every month, the counter resets to 0, and thousands of community owners compete in public. Skool doesn't just host the gold rush, it sells the shovels, publishes the scoreboard, and lets the winners do the advertising. So what do the winners actually post? Hamza Ahmed's self-improvement community added over $88,000 in new monthly recurring revenue in a single month. Evelyn Weiss, teaching digital offers, added over $81,000. One competitor hit $66,512 in 21 days. And the anime community from the top of this memo, $115,000 of new monthly recurring revenue in 30 days, in a hobby niche most investors would have laughed out of the room. Zoom out to the platform. More than 10,000 communities each paying $99 a month is roughly $1 million of monthly platform revenue before a single transaction fee, with analysts estimating Skool's own annual revenue near $50 million. No published venture round, no official valuation, just a flat fee times a number that keeps growing. Why does smart money love this shape? Because recurring revenue gets multiplied, not added. A business earning $50,000 a month in subscriptions isn't valued like $600,000 a year of one-off sales. Buyers pay a premium for revenue that shows up by default. Followers are an asset the algorithm can freeze. Members are an asset a bank will look at. Lesson 1. Stop counting reach, start counting relationships. 1 million followers at a $15,000 average is 1.5 cents per follower per month. 1,000 members at $50 is $50 per member. The unit of wealth on the internet quietly changed from the impression to the membership. Price yourself accordingly. Lesson 2. Charge rent, not tolls. A toll is paid once, a course, a sponsorship, a launch. Rent arrives monthly, whether you had a viral week or not. The entire Skool economy is a machine for converting one-time audiences into rent-paying tenants, and the free community is the open house. Lesson 3. Niche depth beats niche size. Anime, digital offers, fitness for young men. None of these are broad, all of them are deep, and depth is what people pay monthly for, because depth is where their identity lives. If your topic sounds too small to work, it's probably specific enough to finally work. Screenshot this frame. This is the whole model on one card. Now the balance, because this memo is not a brochure. First, those leaderboard numbers are new revenue, not kept revenue. Churn is invisible on a scoreboard. A community can add 100,000 and quietly leak half of it by summer. Second, platform risk didn't disappear, it moved. A community on Skool is still a tenant of Skool. The flat fee is friendly today, and terms can change tomorrow. Third, the loudest earners are disproportionately people teaching other people how to earn. When the shovel sellers dominate the leaderboard, ask who's actually finding gold. The honest read, the subscription community model is real, durable, and still early. But it rewards operators who retain, not performers who launch. So here's the question for the comments. Would you rather have 1 million followers or 1,000 people paying you $50 a month? Be honest, your answer tells you which economy you're still living in. Save this memo before it disappears into your feed. Next in the series, the one-person business stack, how single operators are using AI to run what used to take a staff of 10. The research is already done. Don't miss it.